Good morning. It's Monday. Getting going early this morning feels good. A couple things I need to follow up on that didn't get done this weekend that I was kind of hoping would. Want to make sure that our jerseys are going to be available for sale like today. Got some Twitch partnership to do. Guess he's just excited to get to work too. So one thing in my old job that I both loved and hated was the fact that I spent what felt like 90% of my workday in my inbox in Outlook. And for those who aren't familiar with Microsoft Outlook, it's their email client software. It's a part of the Microsoft Office suite. It now has kind of like hooks into the rest of the suite and all their other pieces of software. It's not a bad product. It's not a bad program. And the big problem is in esports, people don't check their email. It's like email is like the pleb of the communication society. People are going to DM on Twitter and Instagram. They're going to send Steam messages. They're going to talk in Discord or in Mumble or TeamSpeak. It's very, very rare that people in esports prioritize email the same way that I do because of my background. And so sometimes it gets frustrating that I'll send something and the person I send it to doesn't read it, doesn't know that it exists, won't do what I'm asking them to do because of it, and then I have to find a different way to communicate with them. That's not so bad. The problem is that without knowing which is their preferred method of communication, that's where it gets difficult. Because for this person in the business world, it might have been the instant messenger client or something like Skype. And then for this client, it's all email. And that's kind of the two options. In esports, it's like Steam or Battle.net or Discord or Curse or DMs or tweets and Twitter and Instagram or Skype. I hate Skype, so don't message him on Skype anymore. It just gets very, very difficult to manage. So this morning I'm following up on a couple things in email, and then I'll switch back over and shoot some messages on Skype to kind of light a fire and get some stuff done. On the merchandise side, we're going to have the limited edition golden jerseys hopefully up on the MetaThreads site and ready for order. One thing that I would give as a piece of advice to those that are running an esports org or want to be or have a small one, have really good designs and definitely spend time investing in the promotion of your merchandise, because you can sell and generate a pretty healthy amount of revenue if you've got a passionate fan base just by selling shirts or hoodies or jerseys. It's definitely worth the time. I think a lot of orgs overlook it, but if you look at some of the bigger, more successful ones, they push their merchandise as often and everywhere possible. I think that's a really, really good strategy, because if you have that loyalty of your fan base, they will sell, and it gives you more money to reinvest and to help pay players and to sign players and do those kinds of things. Really important. Come on, let's go out here. Into the sun. Eli loves a lot of things in life. This stick with a tennis ball in it is definitely one of them. Watch out, Lamar. About to get run over, bud. Some good tracking, Eli. Oh, getting ready to go to the baseball game. We're gonna bring Lenny, and my tripod's not here, so that's all we're gonna bring. Is this one? Hi, Lenny. So now we're on our way to Joe Riley Stadium for the River Dogs baseball game. It is Bring Your Dog Night. Somebody back there is pretty excited about it. Lenny.
Lenny. Baseball.
Foul ball.
Come on, dog.
Lenny girl. Sit. Down. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Down. Sit.
Now we leave.
I feel like I've been waiting 7 years for this to arrive, but it's finally here. So I'm gonna tear into it. Instruction book. That's interesting. There it is. I'm waiting a very long time for that. So good news and bad news. The good news is my tripod is here. The bad news is it doesn't work with this bracket. And the reason I have this bracket, the way I have this camera set up, so this is the old tripod, the one that this piece is kind of way too loose and broken. But if you see, this screw is pretty long. And I was putting this through the bracket, like so. And then I would slide it through, mount the camera here, mount the microphone here. And then I would hold it, and I would have the camera on one side, the microphone on the other. Unfortunately, with the new tripod, while it's substantially more sturdy, it gives you way more angles, this screw is about half the size, and therefore doesn't fit through this bracket. So now I need to find another solution. And that's the bad news. Overall, pretty good day. Didn't really have any meetings or anything crazy going on in the early part of the day. I went to a baseball game with Lenny and my brother, and I think that went pretty well. Got my tripod finally. Was able to follow up on a couple things this morning that were really important, and looking forward to the rest of the week. Can't really complain, it's been a pretty good start.